hospitals. Roads will be dug up to lay new MRT lines, build more stations, more schools, more facilities. There will be inconveniences all over. Is this the kind of place we want to live in? The government will say we have to make sacrifices to enjoy economic growth. They will tell you that if we do not allow for more foreign workers to come, there will be no economic growth, no jobs for our people. This is a blatant lie. Without the additional foreign workers, our workforce will still grow by about 0.5%. With productivity increase of 2 to 3%, our GDP can rise by around 2.5 to 3.5 a year. This is a good rate of growth for a mature economy like ours. The additional foreign workers will raise the GDP growth rate by another 1% or so. But this marginal increment will bring along huge social costs. Are we so desperate that we have to put up with these enormous social disturbances? Just for another 1% growth? Surely not. We want to protect our quality of life for us and for our children. And the best way to do so is to grow at our own pace by growing our local workforce naturally and increasing their productivity. We need to expand our domestic labor pool to help strong Singaporean companies. The government must be much more aggressive in encouraging more Singaporeans to join the workforce. I do not agree with the authorities that our labor force participation rates cannot be increased further. We can and should try out new measures. One big step is to introduce a minimum wage. Why must we be the odd man out in not having a minimum wage when our competitors in the region have it and do not suffer adverse effects from it? We must remove practices that discourage work, such as reducing the salaries of older workers and removing their medical benefits. Employers could be more generous towards the older folks and working mothers by offering part-time employment on favorable terms. But we must do much more, like the Scandinavian countries, with their full suite of benefits and incentives to encourage women to set up families. Free or highly subsidized childcare support and education from preschool to university. Free healthcare. The recently announced package of family incentives is not adequate. Only a comprehensive and robust social safety net combined with generous employment terms for working mothers will inspire confidence in our women that their children will grow up in strong and financially secure families. Singapore can afford to do so. Better to use our huge government surpluses to help Singaporean families than to spend them on building infrastructure facilities to accommodate more foreign workers. with the restriction of foreign labor. Some companies were shut down and moved out of Singapore. We need not be unduly worried. Resources will be freed for companies higher up on the value chain to set up shop here. We do not need more labor-intensive industries here in Singapore. In fact, we can take this opportunity to invest in sectors for the long-term good of Singapore. I have identified 5 key sectors in my $60 billion National Regeneration Program. 2 major sectors are schools and hospitals, which will provide good and noble jobs in teaching, nursing, and healthcare. Investing in these sectors will lay solid foundations for generating these and many more stable jobs to Singaporeans in the next 20 to 30 years. We have more than sufficient funds in our national reserves to support this economic program. So do not fear about being left behind by companies moving out of Singapore because they could not get low-wage workers. The key to solving Singapore's population problems is productivity growth. The government has grappled with this issue for 34 years, from 1979, when it initiated the wage correction policy to restructure the economy away from heavy dependence on foreign workers to developing a productive and skilled workforce. The Prime Minister himself has been intimately involved in this national effort since he became a government minister in 1985, 28 years ago, when he also chaired the Economic Committee to provide long-term solutions to Singapore economic problems. After 34 years, heavy reliance on foreign workers, the Prime Minister has failed the nation. His government has the wrong priorities and goes for easy options to boost GDP. It allowed casinos and opened the floodgates to massive inflows of foreign workers. With these 2 measures, his government has undone more than 30 years of painstaking effort by Singaporeans to upgrade the economy. This white paper will send us further down the pit. We require strong medicine, not soft options. Singaporeans are prepared to accept strong measures. We have suffered enough to know that the solution to overcrowded and falling infrastructure is not more crowding. We are not stupid. This country needs strong leaders with a clear vision to lead us forward. Not teary, apologetic men who lost their way. This job is for a strong man. If you cannot take the heat, get out of the kitchen. New team of competent ministers. the people will have no choice but to vote for regime change. Singaporeans, we have less than 3 years to put things right. Go and tell your family, relatives and friends, including new citizens, how wrong this white paper is. And the only way to stop it is to vote for change of government. We don't have much time left to spread the message. Keep up the pressure until we see real change.
Thank you very much, fellow Singaporeans. Thank you very much indeed. We in transitioning.org is very heartened with such fervent, passionate support. Please bear with us, we have one last item on our agenda. We shall show our loyalty to our country. We will sing the national anthem. Sing it with spirit and vigor. Yes, please stand. Will all speakers please come to the stage? And I have here Miss Orienta Effendi, who will lead us in singing with a beautiful voice.
Hello, Singaporeans! That's not enough. Hello, Singaporeans! I had a very difficult task at the site there because I brought with me two very important guests, and these are my children. And as I sat there, they asked me, "Mommy, why are there so many people? And why are they so angry? And why are they here?" So I said to them, "They are here for you. And they're going to make sure that 17 years from now, when you're in your 20s, you will be in a happy place." And so before I sing the anthem, there's one word that I just said, and I'd like you to sing that word.
moment, Mr. Gilbert Goh, our organizer, would like to say a few words of thanks. Mr. Goh.
I wish to thank a lot of people behind this event. It's not just me, frankly speaking. The many volunteers, they are here helping to make this event a success. Many of them have sacrificed time. Many have given money. Many have put in a lot of efforts to make this an event that is memorable. And a lot of you here will be part of history making. Because since post-independent days, no protest event has gathered more than 1,000 people. But I'm glad to announce that right now, we have 4,000 to 5,000 people here. You will make it happen. You will bring history today into this event. When I organized this event, I was only preparing for 200 people. A friend of me told me, "You are wasting time, Gilbert." Yes. Singaporeans are kiasi, kiasu, and they are cowards. My friend has to eat his words. Because you are part of history. Because you are fed up and frustrated. I don't want to end here because it's getting to 7. I don't want the authorities to come after us. There's a petition that's set up behind us. There's 5,000 of you here. So if you sign the petition, it will probably be about 10 p.m. So we will want some of you who can do it to sign over there. But we want to put this online so that you can participate in this historic occasion. A lot of you have told my volunteers, you want to give money. We need money. This event costs about $5,000. But a businessman has donated the money. I will not want to reveal the name. But Singaporeans are very generous, but it's for a good cause. So donation boxes will be placed behind. If you want to give money, give it. If you want to walk away, we also want to bless you. Right, this is a united event. I see a lot of foreigners here. I thank you for coming. Our foreign friends are still our friends. We want to embrace you. Right. As I say, I do not want to end this historic moment, but time is against us. After this, there'll be a press conference. So the press can stay here. Right, the speakers behind me will be lined up here. The press conference will last about an hour. Right, we do not want to go beyond that. Is it okay? Because I think a lot of us are rather tired. Well, I haven't really slept much the past week organizing this event, but I'm very happy. I'm very happy and very, very heartened. Right behind. Okay, the petition table is right behind the MRT estate area. Right. So thank you, Singapore, from the bottom of our heart.